And here we are before the next match where the almighty Bobby Lashley faces yet again, much like last week against Cedric Alexander. But don't forget, first was MVP a couple of weeks ago betraying Bobby Lashley with not just interference but also blasting him with a chair shot. And then it was and costing Bobby the Rumble match, the Elimination Chamber match qualifier. And also don't forget, last week MVP and Cedric Alexander got one over Bob the Almighty with the countered win because of MVP and Cedric's involvement in shenanigans and numbers game. So let's see if Bobby can retaliate here tonight. Also, it's interesting that we haven't seen on which side Shelton Benjamin's on, if he's on Bobby's side or if he's on Cedric's and MVP's side. But I guess we'll find it out sooner than later as the Almighty arrives.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Colorado Springs, Colorado, weighing in at 273
as there's Bobby Lasley.
The almighty Bobby Lashley.
What's going on here?
But no, don't tell me that Cedric is about to jump Bobby before the match can start. Oh, he does. Oh, he does. Big punches there from Cedric into the nutsack as well. But look at Bobby. Look at Bobby bringing him back as MVP failed to stop Bobby. As MVP settling the ground as Bobby Lashley punching it out with Cedric. Ref come for the bell. I think, is this match officially underway or did he call this match off? I don't know. But Bobby, big punches to Cedric, getting out all the frustration after the press. MVP tried to distract him. I couldn't get him as Bobby Lashley so focused on revenge on Cedric. There's big punches there from the Almighty. As we know, Cedric's good in the ring, but he's against Bobby Lashley. And two-time WWE champion. As you got Bobby lifting Cedric up and down with a power slam. As well taking big troubles. Big punches as might regret the idea of jumping Bobby as he got busted open as it's an armbar locked in there from Bobby Lashley on Cedric. Will he tap out early? As Cedric slipped through. But the damage is already done to the arm and MVP is up on the apron, but look at this, Bobby doesn't care. Bobby doesn't give a damn. He's focused on the match with the gutbuster, now he's stomping a mud hole in Cedric Alexander. To the sheer delight of the audience. Big punches there from Bobby. Lifting him up and down with the... There's Bobby, full control of Cedric. Look at Bobby go. With her press into gutbuster. As now Bobby turning his attentions to MVP. Rub it in his face. MVP tried to distract Bobby and this time it works out. But only for a second, not enough time for Cedric to capitalize on the distraction. There's face wash there from Bobby. As Bobby tried to grab Lashley, missing, but both missing as desperation attempt from Cedric failing. As Bobby got him in the corner, spearing him near to where MVP is at. As MVP forced to watch her. His associate got absolutely destroyed. His client get lifted up, and now look at Bobby tossing Cedric's almost onto MVP. What a message from the Almighty. As MVP choking on in shock and get attacked with the shoulder tackle from Bobby. As Bobby focusing his attention on the man who betrayed him. Who put him out of the Hurt Business despite Bobby being on the wall, while Hurt Business couldn't get a win without him. The ref said sweep for both Cedric and Bobby, while Bobby is beating some sense into MVP. I don't know if that's if that's too late or not. As Bobby also bringing Cedric in. But Bobby, big shoulder tackle to MVP. Springboard from Cedric goes nowhere. Big strikes as the ref ejecting MVP from the ring. Good officiating. Thankfully so, rightfully so. Big strikes from the Almighty continue. Cedric tries to fight back. Whipping Bobby in the corner, but can he somehow, some way get back in the thing, especially without his manager? As now from the top rope with a big moonsault right there. So now look at Cedric. About to fly again, high risk, high reward. Nope, nobody home. As the desperation might got the better of Cedric here. Big flatliner again. But Bobby back to his feet. Big clothesline by the Almighty. That's the power of Bobby Lashley. And with MVP ejected, is there anyone stopping Bobby? As Bobby tossed Cedric along like he's a sack of shit. And Cedric in big trouble. Maybe next time thinking twice about messing with the Almighty. Big strikes don't look good for Cedric. And he even lost. It's only hope of winning perhaps with MVP, but who knows. Punch goes no from Bobby. His anger might got the better of him, but the hurt lock is in. But the ropes are near. The ropes. Cedric somehow, someway made it to the ropes. Forcing Lashley to release the hold. Big boot there. Maybe it was the anger that made Lashley don't realize that the ropes nearby. Or maybe it was on purpose. We are not face wash from Bobby. Elbow to the back. I mean, also could be Bobby Lashley toying with Cedric, but if so, he should be careful not to underestimate the man. Big side slam right there. Spear! As Lashley strikes out of nowhere, could be in the closing moments as Lashley about to strike with the Dominator. Could be all it for Cedric. But will it be? We'll find it out. But Lashley let go of it. But what has he on his mind? Maybe he really wants to either toy with Cedric or letting out all of his frustration. It's boiling him for the last couple of weeks since the betrayal. And then MVP getting better of him, but it could cost him as Cedric was fighting off the powerbomb attempt. Uppercut and good strikes in there from Cedric, but Lashley too powerful to be contained. Big boot there to the sheer delight of the audience. Face wash again, elbow to the back as well. As Cedric in big trouble all match against the Almighty. And don't forget, it was 1 month ago where Bobby Lashley absolutely dominated Braun Strowman in order to qualify for the Royal Rumble, but unfortunately Bobby Lashley couldn't be in the Royal Rumble match itself because of an illness, but he got was impressive in the following Super Sweat match for the WWE Championship 1 week after the Rumble versus Dolph Ziggler and Finn Balor. Big gut wrench where Finn gained his title of Dolph. Drops that 3 again as Cedric with the reversal on Bobby. But the ref's at 4.
He's reminding his competition that they'll only ever be.
And Cedric was full of himself, but Bobby make him pay for his cockiness. Gorilla press into a slam. As Bobby just lifting Cedric up again and trying to toss him out like trash. As he might be trash in the eyes of the Almighty. This is not flexing for the audience. One sheer delight.
He's taking this to the floor now.
But who's not? Let's look at Bobby tossing Cedric around. While ref's counting his count, Bobby showing his power, but look at Cedric using his agility to fight Bobby up. The situation, but getting kicked in the face. Big drop kick there from Bobby. I'm not so sure about that, but refs at 4 as Bobby sent Cedric in the CSS before returning to the ring, but also back to the outside, forcing the ref to restart this count as Bobby whipping Cedric hard into the barricade. Hopefully Cedric will be alright after this match, after Almighty laying all of the frustration out on Cedric. Big forearm there as Bobby finally got his revenge from the looks of it. Military press and the back body drop, but nope. Instead a gorilla press slam as Bobby feeling the crowd support and Also feeling relieved.
And he'll leave the ring for
So
this
yet
next
again
round.
makes the referee have to start his count.
Sits straight into the barricade.
As yet again into the barricade goes Cedric as Bobby smashing Cedric's head in.
Alexander's looking helpless.
Whipping him around, neck breaker as well. With that 3 again. Already. As Bobby sending Cedric into the steel steps while the ref is at 4. Again, we could look at a counter here. Cedric fighting him up with kick to the splash zone. That's not very nice. It's at 5 and I don't know why he didn't got the call down on it, but it is what it is. With that 6. As both Bobby and Cedric back inside the ring. I don't know if Cedric didn't realize that. As he got now lifted up by Bobby. Up and down goes Cedric. As Bobby smashing Cedric's son. But look at Cedric fighting back. Fighting him off as now flatliner again. Can he somehow, some way turning this match around? Big boot goes nowhere. Bobby now back to the outside. Cedric quickly falling. And then Cedric returned to the ring, but got an STOs now. Look at Lasley. Going for the hurt lock again with the speed. This time the ropes are in reach, but a bit far away, and now Cedric has no choice but to taps out. Lasley releasing the hold, so release the anger, as getting finally revenge on the Hurt Business, who kicked him out and betrayed him. As there we see the spear by the Almighty, and there we see the Dominator, which could have been in, but CS Bobby Lashley didn't want to win this way. He wanted to make Cedric suffer in the Hurt Lock, and he did. As Cedric fought off the powerbomb on the outside, but there we see the Hurt Lock, despite already crushing Cedric Alexander, and bust him open as well. As ref called for the bell, which would have been mercy for Cedric tapping out to this, and
Here is your winner, the Almighty.
as Bobby proud of this win, but he's not done with Cedric Alexander. It was a huge mistake of Cedric Alexander and MVP to kicking out Bobby Lashley of the Hurt Business, and they pay for it. And we see as Bobby got his hands tonight for the first time since that happened on MVP, getting some good hits on him as well, and now completely destroying Cedric Alexander here, to the sheer delight of the audience.
Under the ropes now.
As Bobby signaling this isn't far over until he says it's over, until he got his revenge. Once as he tossed him out like he's trash. Maybe a clear signal from Bobby Lashley as he celebrates, showing his goods to the crowd as he says, "That's what you get, Cedric, for betraying me, for siding with the Snake MVP." And wow, hopefully medics, and I've been informed that paramedics are on the way to check on Cedric Alexander. I mean, his career could be over after, but who can blame Lasley for absolutely destroying him here tonight? I've been informed that a fight is going on in the backstage area, so we better check